Hello, tiny house people and off-gridders. Today, I had planned on bringing you a very cool video on how to restore old leather. But something went terribly wrong. So, here I am now on the couch that I've now done my magic on. I lost the filming of the first segment, so I'm not able to show you what this couch looked like when I first picked it up. But take my word for it, it was dry, faded, and cracked. So what I've done is I've improvised. I found a photograph of somebody else's red couch that was damaged and dry and cracked on the internet. And I'm going to show you that and just give you a little verbal description of the first part of the process. Then we'll flick back to this couch and I'll show you the rest of how to restore an old leather couch without spending any money. So here we go. This is the trick. Water-based paint in a test pot. Now test pots are really low cost. It's acrylic water-based paint, and what it's going to do is not affect the leather of the couch, but it will soak into the dry, cracked, damaged areas and recolour it. So, looking at this is slightly deeper red than the couch. That's going to accent the damaged portions and give it that old but well-loved look. And how I did this, I can't show you on the video because I lost it, but how I did it was, you get a rag, you wet the rag, and you literally just rub the red paint all over the red couch. And it sinks into the parts that are absorbent, and you can just wipe it off the parts that it doesn't sink into. Leave it for a day to dry thoroughly, and then you can make it more supple and flexible again with several applications of a good quality beeswax. Okay, now we've done the painting and it's dried. The next stage is a good polish. We've got to make this thing supple again because it's old and hard and dry and cracked, which incidentally is ideal for the colouring side of the process. But now we have to make it supple and lovely again. So here I've got beeswax and any good quality cooking oil. Rice bran oil is ideal. But try to stay away from cheap canola oil, things like that, because it can go rancid and give you a bit of a smell later on. Linseed oil's also ideal, but I don't have any. But I've had great results using good quality cooking oil. We're going to mix it to a ratio of about 50-50, and that will be warmed up, mixed together. And when it cools down, I'll put it into a little pot and it will form a softish shoe polish kind of a texture that you can push your finger into, but isn't actually pourable. Okay, so now I'm going to carve myself a knob of beeswax. Or several shavings, whichever comes first. Ooh. I've got an old tuna tin here, just out of the camera view. You can't see it, and I'm just going to slice these bits off and put them into the tuna tin. Then I can get it on the stove and give it a warm up. Right, so here we are inside. I'm going to put this on a very low heat because it melts easily. And That's about as low as I can go. I'll put that on there. Right, so I'm going to melt that, and when it's a liquid and I can tell how much I've got by volume, I'll add the same by volume of the rice bran oil and then let it cool. And honestly, the leather on that couch is just going to be saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. It's going to be screaming for this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to melt this down. As soon as it's melted and I know how much I've got by volume, I'll add the same amount by volume of the rice bran oil. Let it cool into a cake, and that will give me just a nice soft paste that you can polish your boots, anything else that's leather. Nearly there. I think I can just about turn the stove off. It'll just continue melting for the next 30 seconds or so. Ooh, there we go, almost done. And now I can add the rice bran oil. So we double the amount. Here we go. I'll give that a quick stir just to make sure it's all mixed. And I'll leave that to set. And that's enough leather polish to see me through the rest of the year for all various boot and leather strap jobs. If you've got horses, by the way, if you cover them, the leather leg straps, they get peed on quite a lot, and the leather just goes hard and horrible. This brings them back to life beautifully. So you can use this on any of your leather goods. If you tell anybody, I'll have to kill you. And here it is floating around in a pot of water, hardening off nicely. Another 10 minutes or so, and it'll be ready to use. And it's ready. Should be just soft enough to poke your finger in. There we go. Lovely. Just a lovely soft polish. So let's nail this. We'll give it a good rub up. And get this all soft and supple again. It's got a lovely beeswax smell. And this thing, as I said earlier, it's been neglected, which is great, because I know that nobody has put the wrong kind of polishes on it, and that means that the red acrylic paint that I put on yesterday can soak in properly into these cracks. And we'll end up with a gorgeous couch again. I'm only going to do half of it so that we can stand back and do the before and after thing all in one shot. I can feel how dry it is across the top, across here. This couch has probably sat below a window and had years and years of the harsh UV that we have in New Zealand each summer. And this is just what it needs. There we go. Well, I'm going to leave that to soak in. I'll just pick up the camera and we'll have a quick look at how one side compares to the other. Oh, you can see without me moving the camera. There we go. Yeah, quite a difference. It'll dull off as it soaks in, but I'll do the other side soon. And I can sit back and enjoy my new couch. So, there you go. More handy tips and tricks from Tiny House and Offgrid Resources.